Hey, how you doing?
How you doing? Forgive the
I'm
breathing. I just worked out.
okay. So how old are you?
I'm 37.
All right. So what's your question?
All right. So my question is, how would you define two words that I feel like is thrown about a lot? Feminine and submissive slash cooperative. And what would, if you could give like an example or two in a situation, that would be great. Because I
Submission,
different. I feel like
submission, respectful cooperation, respectful cooperation. Do you have a job?
Mhm.
Do you have any people who work to you, report to you?
Mhm.
When you tell them to do something, you can tell if they're doing it begrudgingly, but they're still cooperating, or if they're doing it respectfully and in a good intention, right?
We live in a society that has villainized men. They are these evil monsters that are lurking around society. So it's really refreshing to hear and see one, if not the only conversations where Kevin Samuels spoke to a woman who had a very, very, very good temperament. If you look at her, she's listening attentively. She didn't come to be argumentative or try and catch him in some catch 21. No, she came to ask questions to which she needed answers. And even when she got the answer, but there was a caveat to it or she needed a follow up, she asked in a very respectful manner. The way that she conversed with Kevin Samuel was very respectful. It's a thing that we seem to have forgotten in this generation. We no longer respect those that are older than us. We do not talk to them with a sense of reverence. We belittle them. We talk down to them. There is no sense of respect anymore anywhere. And it's refreshing to see and hear this polite
One way
woman.
they're submitting to you. The other way they're just doing it because they got to. Men want respectful cooperation.
And what if you disagree with the request or the demand?
Um, truthfully, so
What if you feel like it is going to derail or have a negative impact on the family, for example?
put your dick up.
Say again?
Put your dick up.
How dare you?
I said, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait.
If you're out to be offended, everything will be offensive to you. But clearly, this lady came looking for answers and she wasn't offended. She didn't go into the semantics of, oh no, you shouldn't have said it like that, you should have said it like this, oh, you hurt my feelings. No. Whenever the conversation deteriorates into debating semantics, you are not looking for answers. But because she came looking for answers, she understood what he meant. He is your man, he has to lead. You chose him. You have to be comfortable in submitting to him because you chose him. You are not always going to agree on each and everything. Someone is going to have to make the final decision. And because he's leading the house, he's in charge of the house, he's in charge of your well being and paying most of the bills, I think, then he has to make the final decision. A lot of us these days are so sensitive and easily offended by things that aren't even supposed to be offensive. But you can tell because she came looking for answers, she's listening. To any of the ladies listening, you need to be comfortable following your man. You chose him, you picked him. So be comfortable following his lead.
See, you you and I are married, okay?
Mm-hmm.
We have a son. That's my boy,
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Jr. There comes a time where I say something happens with Kevin Jr. and I'm going to say go right and you're going to say go left. Both of us love our child to death. One of us has to pick. One of us wins. Which way do we go, right or left?
I'm assuming it's automatically the direction that you said. I can't remember whether that was right or left.
Why would we go your direction if I'm supposed to be leading my son and you? Do you think my direction is going to harm my child? my legacy? You think I want to put my future at risk? See how even the nature, you're in the passenger seat trying to put your hands on the driver's seat, trying to get us somewhere.
I'm supposed to settle for a regular type dude.
How tall are you?
I am 5'3".
Dress size?
I am a medium.
Dress size? Number?
A 10.
How much did you weigh the last time you weighed yourself?
157.
Fresh face out of the shower, just your natural face. On a scale from 1 to 10, what would you rank your looks?
Natural face.
Okay, fresh face out of the shower, your natural face. You can't use 7. What would you rank yourself? 1 to 10.
A 6.
Okay. A 6 is right above average. A 5 is average, right? You're 5'3", 100, dress size 10, so that's above average weight. 5'3", you should be roughly dress size 4. 4'6", 125 pounds. Even if I believe you're 157, 160, you're almost 33 pounds, 33% over your ideal target weight. And you have listen. If you're average to cute looking, if you're below average health from a weight standpoint, and you have 2 children, overall, does that make you below average, average, or above average? Factor all those things in together.
Average.
So why should you get anything over? Then why should you get above average? What do you mean settle for? You should get what you are.
I see millionaires with average women all the time.
They don't have big chest tattoos either, and 2 other kids. Man, I'm just saying. Okay, I want to. No. I mean, let's be honest. Why should an average woman say she's settling for an average man? Maybe
ain't
that
nothing wrong with it. Wait.
No, you said so I should just settle. No, you said that. Listen. You said so I should just settle for an average guy, and I'm like, you're an average woman. Why should you not get?
I would be settling. I mean, he could. I mean,
Why would you be settling and he wouldn't? So what would he be doing? Would he be upgrading?
Rest in
He don't
peace
got
to
no
Kevin
money.
Samuels, the Godfather. Oh my goodness gracious. What would he be doing? Upgrading? I want you guys to look at the 2 contrasting conversations. The first one and this one. Her temperament, we can say she's not loud, she's not necessarily obnoxious. Fair, we'll give her that. But if you compare with the first one, the listening, she's not listening as compared to the first one. She's not listening to the wisdom she came to get. She's not she's not listening to understand. She's listening to defend. She's trying to convince him the other way around. But clearly she's on the show because the results in her life are telling her a different story. And I think the most important and very, very important thing is the lack of reason and knowledge and logic. She's saying that she would be settling for an average guy when she's an average woman herself. That's why she was asked the question, so if you're settling, what is he doing? Is he upgrading? And it flew past her. It went over her head. She didn't even get the logic. And she keeps on talking because she hasn't even grasped it. You're an average woman, you will get an average guy. And she's talking about a millionaire, a single mom of 2, and quote unquote a 6, which I do not believe that's a 6. That's like far-fetched. Anyways, let's say she's a 6. An M2 with a big chest tattoo is looking for a millionaire, and she's throwing shots and shooting down average guys. Wow.
So if he don't have no money,
You ain't fine enough for no money.
I'm not fine enough for no money.
No. You're
Average
6.
women
You're 5.
date
You're 5. You said
millionaires.
you're 6, ma'am. You said you're 6. You don't get money. You get second shift at the plant. Did you go to college?
No, I didn't.
Okay, ma'am. So
I have my own business. Though.
congratulations. Don't care. Ma'am, you got 2 children, and you said you are 6. I give you 5, 6. Your numbers together would be average. So why? So an average man would be upgrading to get you.
Look, I didn't say all that.
I'm asking, ma'am, because ma'am. We're just having a conversation. You said you'd be settling, so by extension, he would
Okay,
be.
so I guess we'll be settling for each other.
What?
Is that
Would he be,
better?
no.
This is really, really sad. The expectations, if you look at her facial expression, it tells you above delusional. They're unrealistic. At her wit's end, she doesn't understand why this man is average women trying for millionaires by all means to fit her into this and average think box. They deserve millionaires. She can't comprehend it. What are the 8, 9, and 10 getting? You wonder why they're statistics that say like 1 in every 4 it's really black women to be a man in this married. World, huh?
But my issue is, you said settling for him. That means you'd be getting something less than what you deserve. When we settle, we get
Because
less.
I already have everything that I need. If he's not adding to me, then that will be settling, right?
Fabian, I want you to understand what I asked you last night. I asked this question oftentimes with black women. If you have to work as hard today or harder if you want children with a husband, would you rather have a husband or be single? And almost 100% of the time, black women would say, if I have to work as hard as I am today with a husband, I'd rather be single. Because a husband is not, just by being a man ain't enough. He's supposed to make her life easier. That is why I have no problem telling women to die alone. It is not our job to make women's lives easier. It's our job to protect, provide. But that's not necessarily easy. It's harder. Relationships are hard. So, man.
I want you guys to remember one thing I learned. It's easy to agree with someone, whether it's right or wrong, whether what they're doing is right or wrong. It's very, very easy. But a person who's willing to argue with you is taking a huge risk. It's investing a lot of energy. A lot of people never look at it like that. Arguing with someone, especially when you know they're doing the wrong thing and you're trying to get them to see the light, is you investing in them. That's you showing some type of love. A lot of people think Kevin Samuels was out to get black women, but that wasn't the case. They are going down the wrong path. 1 in 4 women only gets married. That's not good for the black community. The family nucleus is very important, and no one is fighting for it. He was one of the very few people who was willing to fight and argue with black women for it, and they never saw him for what he really was. And it's really sad. They celebrated his death instead of celebrating his life.